Pete, what's the word?
So this is a middle ground ruling from the judge here. Remember, CNN wanted the White House to give the press pass back. They were hoping for a total victory. The White House was hoping for a total victory to say no. They can decide who gets a press pass. So this is a middle ground victory for CNN. What the judge said is that CNN has to give it back to Jim Acosta for now and give him a chance to talk to the White House about whether he broke the rules and whether they should be able to take his press pass away. In other words, the judge didn't touch the First Amendment claim, which was really the heart of the case, about whether the government has the power to decide who gets a press pass in the White House or not, and whether the decision to take it away from Acosta was basically because of his viewpoint, because he's been critical of the president, or whether the White House can make those decisions in any way they want. The judge didn't touch that. It's more the second issue in the case, the due process issue of whether the White House, by immediately suspending it, not giving him a chance to say he ought to have it back, violated his due process rights. It's on that basis that the judge has ruled. So this is a victory for CNN, a temporary victory. The judge will later get into the merits of the case on the First Amendment issue. So he stayed away from the hard part of the case. This is sort of a compromise.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.